Who is going to the Champions League final in Budapest at the end of this month? This is the preview for the second leg of the semifinals of the Champions League. No, I'm joking. All right, guys, before we're going to start, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, hype, and yeah, let me know in the comments who you have for the final. All right, let's start with the first game. As the game of tonight, Arsenal versus Atletico Madrid. Both teams won their game in the weekend. Atletico won their game versus Valencia 2-0, and Arsenal won 3-0 versus Fulham. Arsenal also have like a little boost because City dropped points, so it's now in their hands. For Atletico, La Liga, there's not really anything they need to play for. They're gonna reach Champions League. They cannot fight for the title, and unfortunately for them, they lost the Copa final. So this is the only thing they can win this season. Arsenal have one hand on the Premier League trophy, in my opinion. I think it's gonna be Arsenal win. That was my prediction before the first game of the semifinals, and I'm gonna stick with it. I just think Arsenal are ready for the Champions League final now. And Atletico, yes, they have the firepower, but yeah, Simeone in games like these, all most of the time fumbles, in my opinion. Not sure if you guys agree, but if we look at Simeone's record in the big games like these, especially in the Champions League, most of the time he fumbles. So I think that's going to happen again. Yes, I know Arteta has the same bottle gene as well. But I do think Arsenal are in the driving seat. And yeah, the finals is waiting for Arsenal, in my opinion. So I'm going to say Arsenal is going to win 2-1. And that's enough to reach the Champions League final. All right, now let's go to the second game. Paris Saint-Germain versus Bayern Munich tomorrow in the Allianz Arena. Both teams drop points. Paris Saint-Germain played 2-2 versus Lorient on Saturday. And Bayern Munich got a draw versus Heidenheim, a lucky draw. Let's be honest. But they already won the league. And Paris Saint-Germain are going to win the league as well. Let's be honest. Last week was a game everyone who loves football needed because football has been declining in the last 2 years, I would say, maybe even more than that. But that game was perfect. I don't expect it is going to be on the same level because now it's the final is waiting for one of these teams. And I don't think they're gonna go like that. That would be, in my opinion, stupid. Even though it would be nice for the neutral watchers because I don't care who's going to the final. Only thing I said at the beginning of the Champions League season, I would like to see a team win a Champions League that hasn't won it yet. So that would mean it has to be Asna or Atletico. But my feeling is going to be the winner of Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern. And I think a lot of people have the same feeling. The thing though is, can Bayern do the remontada? I think they can, but I the problem is if Neuer is playing and he's gonna play like he did versus Madrid in the second leg, or like he played in in France last week. No, 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 no. Zero shot save last week, guys. He cannot perform like that. If company is smart, he should um, put Urbic in goal, in my opinion. Also, right now, till this moment, he turned up Harry Kane. But I'm really curious to see if he's gonna do it again because even though a lot of the spotlights go to Luis Diaz and Olise, Kane is the star, the leader, in my opinion, of Bayern. So he needs to be on his best and score the goals if he got a chance. If he's gonna fumble again like he did first Inter last year, yeah, it's not gonna happen. But I need Kane to play on his best. Maybe one of the best games he ever has or is gonna play. Also, I think this is gonna be one of the biggest games for Bayern in maybe the last 10 years because the Champions League they won in 2020 was during COVID. Yes, I made a lot of jokes about the COVID travel and stuff, but it's not the same as right now, in my opinion. And if Bayern win the Champions League, they equal AC Milan's record with 7 Champions Leagues. And that means they're tied on second with most Champions League trophies. Of course, Madrid are first. So that would be extra motivation, in my opinion, for Bayern to win this Champions League. And also, they have a chance to win another treble. I think that would mean they are the only team in the world with 3 trebles. One COVID treble. Huh? Who said that? No, but that would be amazing. And I do think Bayern are underrated club. People talk about Real Madrid, Barcelona, Manchester United, Liverpool, maybe as well, but not enough about Bayern because they are one of the heavyweights. And I also think if they don't win it this year, they're gonna be at least in the semifinals again next year because their squad is amazing. The only, or maybe not squad, but their best 14, 15, 16 players are amazing. They do need to get a couple more players for for rotation because it's still crazy that a player like Nicholas Jackson is one of the players in the squad that is also gonna be a treble winner if they win it. So yeah, they need to get some players in, but overall, company is a good manager. They have really good players, so it's looking good for Bayern in the future. The future is looking bright for Bayern. Same for Paris Saint-Germain. They they can be the second team after Real Madrid to win back-to-back Champions Leagues. Of course, Real Madrid did the three-peat, but that was the only team that they achieved a back-to-back. So Paris Saint-Germain can be the second team to do that in the Champions League area. I'm not talking about when it was called European Cup 1. But all right, now my prediction. With Let's stop the waffling. I'm gonna say 2-2. So that means Paris Saint-Germain will go to the final. So Paris Saint-Germain Arsenal is my prediction for the final. Let me know what you think about that. Let me know your score predictions. And hopefully I see you guys soon. Don't forget to smash the likes, subscribe, hype, share the video, and see you soon. Ciao!